There's a certain magic in finding the right tool for the job. The humble screwdriver, an extension of your hand, has evolved into a world of options. Multi-bit, ratcheting, precision, and impact drivers. But with so many choices, which set is right for you? I've gathered 11 driver and tool sets, Klein, precision kits, impact-rated sets, and more, to find the best for every job. We'll test them for ergonomics, bit quality, and durability, so you'll know which one fits your needs. Welcome to Tools and Decor USA. Let's get started. The Klein Tools 32500 11-in-1 is a job site icon. It's robust, simple, and feels substantial in your hand. The cushion grip handle gives excellent grip, even with greasy hands. 4 double-sided bits and 3 nut driver shafts give you 11 functions. The bits are held securely by a simple, reliable friction fit. Now we move from the classic Klein to its bigger, tougher, and more modern sibling, the 32315 HD 15-in-1 ratcheting screwdriver. The HD stands for heavy duty, and they are not kidding. The first thing you notice is that this tool is an absolute unit. It shares the same fantastic cushion grip handle DNA as the 11-in-1, but everything is beefed up. The shaft is thicker, the bits are longer, and it has a tangible heft that screams durability. This driver isn't just for driving screws. It's designed to be used with an impact driver. That's the key feature here. The bits and the entire assembly are impact rated. You can see these bits have a torsion zone, a thinner section in the middle designed to flex under the sudden, high torque force of an impact driver. This prevents the bit tip from shattering. You can pop the entire shaft assembly out of the handle and put it directly into the chuck of your impact driver. This is a game-changing level of versatility. You can start a screw by hand, and if it gets tough, you don't need to find a new bit. You just plug the whole thing into your power tool and drive it home. The ratcheting mechanism itself is a significant upgrade for speed and convenience. It's a high-torque, 40-tooth gear system. The action is smooth, with a satisfyingly fine click. We've been looking at tools designed for brute force and construction, but what about the other end of the spectrum? What about the delicate, intricate world of modern electronics, hobbies, and repairs? For that, we need a completely different class of tool. Here, I have 2 examples: a generic but very common 18-piece mini driver set, and the AXTH 25-in-1, which comes in a slick leather-like wallet. These tools are all about precision, not power. The first thing you notice is the scale. The drivers are pen-sized, designed to be held and manipulated with your fingertips, not your whole fist. The handles often have a free spinning cap on the end, so you can apply downward pressure with your palm or index finger, while turning the barrel with your thumb and forefinger. This gives you incredible control for tiny, delicate screws that can be easily stripped or over-torqued. The focus here is on finesse. You're not driving a lag bolt, you're removing the Pentalobe screws from the bottom of an iPhone. The Klein 32305 multi-bit ratcheting screwdriver is the perfect middle ground. Compact, comfortable, and packed with modern features. You get a smooth ratcheting mechanism and a slim cushion grip handle for everyday use. It's an evolution of the classic 11-in-1, but with onboard bit storage in the shaft. Lighter and more maneuverable than the heavy-duty model, it's ideal for most workshop and household tasks. Klein's lineup is deep, and they love to iterate and solve specific problems. The Klein 325 OneSkin HD is a fascinating example of that. It's part of their necked system, a 16-in-1 hybrid impact driver. The key word here is hybrid. It bridges the gap between a multi-bit screwdriver and an impact driver socket. The necked system has a multi-bit handle with a removable, impact-rated shaft. The handle stores 7 double-sided bits, giving you 14 options, plus 1/4 inch and 5/16 nut drivers. The handle has a twist and lock mechanism. It's a harder, more angular plastic for a good grip. The real party trick is the shaft. It's impact rated with a quick release locking chuck. It accepts any standard 1/4 inch hex bit. And that's a huge deal. You're no longer limited to proprietary bits. Now, I want to take a brief detour. We've been hyper-focused on drivers, but it's crucial to understand how a tool fits into a larger workshop ecosystem. A tool is only as good as the context in which it's used. Let's take this drywall sander for example. This is a highly specialized tool designed for one job, smoothing drywall compound to a perfect paint-ready finish. It has a large articulating head, a long pole for reaching ceilings, and built-in dust collection. It's the absolute best tool for that specific task. But what happens when you're using it? You might need to adjust the handle, tighten a loose clamp, or open up the housing to clear a clog or perform maintenance. The fasteners on this tool are likely to be standard Phillips or Torx screws. Let's push this idea of a tool ecosystem even further, into the world of machining. These are end mills. For those who aren't familiar, these are essentially drill bits designed to cut sideways, used in a milling machine or a CNC router to shape metal, plastic or wood. They are tools of incredible precision, capable of creating complex shapes and parts with very tight tolerances. They are the business end of a very sophisticated and powerful machine. Now, what does a screwdriver have to do with an end mill? Well, everything that surrounds it. To use this end mill, you have to secure it in a collet, which is then tightened into the spindle of the milling machine with a drawbar or a wrench. The workpiece itself has to be clamped down securely into a vise. That vise is bolted to the machine's table. We've touched on this already with the impact-rated Klein sets, but let's talk specifically about the relationship between a multi-bit screwdriver and its big brother, the cordless impact driver. An impact driver is a tool designed for one thing: driving long or large fasteners with extreme speed and torque. It uses a rotational hammering mechanism to deliver incredible twisting force, far more than you could ever generate by hand or with a standard drill or driver. It's the go-to tool for building a deck, framing a wall, or driving lag bolts. But an impact driver is a sledgehammer, not a scalpel. It's loud, aggressive, and can easily overdrive or strip a screw if you're not careful. It's also often too large and powerful for more delicate tasks. You would never use an impact driver to install a light switch cover plate. You'd crack the plastic in a heartbeat. You wouldn't use it for assembling electronics or anything that requires a delicate touch. Let's bring it back to the electrician's tool pouch. Alongside their Klein 11-in-1, you will almost certainly find a pair of these cutters. Whether they are diagonal cutters, linesman's pliers with a cutting edge, or dedicated wire strippers, cutting tools are fundamental to electrical work. You need them to snip wires to length, strip insulation, and trim off excess material. They're a tool of separation and preparation. Just like with the other tools we've discussed, cutters and drivers live in a symbiotic relationship. Imagine you're installing a new ceiling fan. You'll use your cutters to snip the electrical wires and your wire strippers to expose the copper core. But then what? You need to connect those wires to the fan's wiring harness, often using wire nuts. After testing a range of tools, it's time to pick the best all-arounder for the workshop. My choice is the Klein 3235 HD 15-in-1 heavy-duty ratcheting screwdriver. It's versatile, durable, and impact-rated. Just pop the shaft into a drill when you need extra power. The ratcheting mechanism, cushion grip handle, and onboard bit storage make it a true workshop essential. The heavy-duty Klein might be the king of the workshop, but if you try to use it to repair a laptop or a pair of glasses, you're going to have a very bad time. That's like performing surgery with a baseball bat. For the world of fine mechanics, electronics, and hobbies, we need a completely different kind of champion. In this category, the choice is less about a single specific model and more about a type of tool, a philosophy of precision. For any kind of electronics, drone, or computer repair, or for hobbies, like model building, a dedicated precision driver set is not just recommended, it is absolutely essential. My verdict here is that sets like the AXTH 25-in-1 or any of the myriad of similar kits are the undisputed winners. The specific brand is less important than the features they provide: a slender fingertip-controlled driver, and most importantly, a comprehensive selection of tiny specialized bits. The value proposition of these kits is immense. For a relatively small investment, you get access to the entire world of modern proprietary fasteners. So, there you have it. We've journeyed from the brute force of impact-rated drivers to the surgical precision of electronics kits. My top pick for the heavy lifting do-it-all workshop champion is the Klein 32315 HD for its unmatched versatility and power. For the delicate world of electronics, a comprehensive precision set like the AXTH is an absolute must-have. But the real story here isn't just about my picks, it's about understanding that different jobs require different tools. The goal isn't to find one single driver to rule them all, but to build a small, capable team of drivers that work together to cover all your needs. The most important takeaway is to think about the work you do most often. Are you a contractor driving lag bolts, an electrician wiring outlets, a hobbyist building models, or a homeowner who just needs to tighten a loose cabinet handle? Your answer will,